Emmy, will you please let me handle this? I'm gonna fill out an application. I'll need a reference. Thank you. Lakeisha, do we still have that mentor program form?
Yep.
Emmy, I'll fill it out today. Lakeisha will make sure.
Yes, Mrs. Sims, I'll make sure she does it.
Are you satisfied? All right, I'll call you later. Bye.
You are going to be a great mentor.
Think so? Oh, this is more nerve-wracking than being set up on a blind date. What's the rest of my day look like?
Well, there's Uncle Lindsay.
He is not my uncle.
Well, your mother calls him Uncle Lindsay. Then there's the Claiborne deposition at 2. Then we've got
Looks like we've got trouble.
Were you speeding or something?
I don't think so. Lakeisha, check the glove compartment. You'll find my registration.
Hold it right there.
Officer, I'm just getting...
Don't move.
Out of the car. Now. Let's go, you too. Let me see your hands.
Officer, you just let me... Officer, there must be some kind of mistake. If you'll just look at my identification, you'll see that I'm an attorney.
Did I not make myself clear? I don't hear one more word out of your smart mouth. Let's go. Move. Check the vehicle.
Right.
Right here. Kneel down. Kneel down. All right, lie down. Lie down now. Don't make me have to tell you again. Spread your arms. Give me your right hand.
Any day now, I will hear you say goodbye, my love, and you'll be on your way. In my wild, beautiful world, you will have flown. It's easy now. I'll be gone alone.
Hey, Denny, I got a warrant. I got a Jackson, Renee, and Reynolds, Lakeisha.
That's Lakeisha.
What is this warrant for?
I tell you, as soon as I check the computer, you'll be the first to know.
Back it up there.
Excuse me, I never got my phone call.
Hey, that's against the law, you know. Renee, they have gone too damn far this time. They're messing with the wrong people. I'm taking names and badge numbers. They have totally violated our rights. We've got them on false arrest, cruel and inhumane treatment. Am I right? Renee, look around here. Why is it that you only see black people in here? I will tell you why. Because the justice system targets us. That's why. Am I right, y'all? Okay, so what do we do now?
Like everybody else, we wait.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, hi, Mrs. Sims.
Hi there. Corey Addison, third base, and she's got 325 batting average. Best on the team.
Yeah, but you're catching up. I'm gonna have to hit the batting cage to stay number 1.
There's no way I can.
Hello.
catch batting average. Don't even
Oh, hey, Glenn. How's it going?
Nah.
Really? You like my book? Well, I got a great idea. How about the Birmingham Voice serializes it, you know? Do one chapter...
215 or something.
Oh. Oh, you got a story for me. Well, that's great.
No.
I don't think I know all that much about city politics. Hang on a second. Let me get a pencil and a piece of paper. You mean the Clayton Falls where there are no falls? Yeah, I know that. What you got out there? Sex scandal? Kickbacks? Road construction? Is that all? Well, let me do a little research. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Clayton Falls road allocation. Yeah. Well, don't you worry. I'll get the story. Bye. Davis, do you want to explain that to me? What? Oh. Hi, Renee. Yes, I'll be right there. We need to talk. And no more visitors today. Davis? Hey, what happened?
It was a mistake.
Renee Jackson, what are you doing here?
You're Carrie Ryan, right? I'm from the DA's office.
That's me.
I need some advice.
Lakeisha, please.
This morning, these Nazi cops pulled us over, made us lie down on the pavement at gunpoint with no explanation whatsoever.
What?
Were you hurt? Are you okay?
Oh, sure. We're great. Everybody's just damn peachy. I'm about to kill somebody in here.
Lakeisha, will you keep your voice down?
What? I don't get it. They made you lie down on the ground? What did you do?
Nothing. That's just it. We didn't do anything.
They said there was a warrant for an unpaid ticket, which had already been paid.
They put us in a cell with hookers, junkies. I'm filing a complaint.
This is that thing, isn't it? That driving while black. I know all about that. I'll read the papers. Come on, let's go. Excuse me, do you all understand who this woman is? This woman happens to be one of the top lawyers in the city, and y'all have treated her... Fine, you tell them.
I'm not going to waste my time.
Renee, wait. If you don't file, my complaint will look totally bogus.
Mr. Wright, don't you think she should do something? I mean, this is a load of crap, isn't it?
Every citizen has the right to file a formal complaint if they feel their rights have been violated.
But you wouldn't recommend it, would you?
You know, you are really starting to piss me off. This was wrong.
Emmy, just let it go. It happened. It's over. Mr. Ryan, always a pleasure. Emmy, I'd like to get my car sometime today, if you don't mind.
Don't mind him. The First Amendment grants us the freedom of speech, so Daddy can't argue with me on that one.
But he told us not to listen to him. To who? Malcolm X.
Renee, it's time for a change. We gotta start thinking for ourselves and not just what Daddy says. Listen to Brother Malcolm. He speaks the truth.
He's your brother?
Shh.
But here in America, they have taught us to hate ourselves, to hate our skin, hate our hair, hate our features, hate our blood, hate what we are. Why, Father Sam is a master hate teacher.
Turn that off. I don't want that man's views in my house.
If something is yours by right, then you fight for it or shut up. If you can't fight for it, then forget it.
I said turn it off. I don't want that extremist view spread around here.
But Malcolm says...
Don't quote that man in my house. He set us back with this violent talk.
Daddy, you always said we have to fight for our rights. Now, isn't that what he said on the radio?
By any means necessary?
Renee, don't argue with me on this. That man is a separatist who preaches hate. That is not what we're fighting for.
That if you really listen to his message, you'd see he's changed. He believes that Afro-Americans and whites can unite in the oneness of man under one true God, and that's Allah.
Now, I know you're not starting to preach that black Muslim talk.
Dad, Malcolm split from that group last year. He's gone to Mecca. Now he's Malik El-Shabazz. And I'm joining the Muslim mosque, too. They're opening one right over...
As long as you live in this house, you are a Baptist. You hear me? Now, I don't want to hear anything more about it. And that goes for you, too, Renee.
Never seen your daddy so mad before. What's wrong with being a black Muslim?
I don't know. All the men wear nice suits and ties, but the women just like nuns. Maybe that's why Daddy doesn't like them.
All of them?
I think even little girls. But they believe in fighting for freedom, not nonviolence.
That's what I believe in. So you're gonna be a black Muslim like Elston?
Maybe.
Ooh, can I be one too?
No, whites aren't allowed.
Hey, that's not fair.
Elston says that Malcolm said that sincere white people have to join groups of other white people to fight racism.
But I don't know any other white people's groups. But maybe...
Emmy, what are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't think there's a story. Who cares if Clayton Falls gets new roads?
Miss Mabel Copeland, for one.
That woman almost talked my ear off. For a town that's almost broke, they certainly have a nice web page.
There seems to be plenty of roads.
See what I mean? There's no story. I can't write about nothing.
Ponce de Leon. Remember when I had to write a paper about Ponce de Leon and I complained that he was a dead explorer and how is that relevant? And you said that I had to discover the importance by digging deep enough, remember?
No.
Come on. You're going there tomorrow, right?
I guess so.
You're going. On-site research is a must, and I'm going with you.
Why?
I drive. Mom, if I let you read the map, you'll end up in Canada. We'll go, we'll dig, we'll discover the story together, all right?
You know what? Someday you're going to be a very good mother, but I really think that Glenn needs to let me write about this thing that's going on with Renee. DWB, racial profiling. Now, that's relevant. I'm going to pitch that to him. Davis.
Mary Elizabeth.
How long has he been on that phone?
Not long.
Almost an hour.
I do not want him alone with that Corey.
Now, calm down, Mary Elizabeth. We've got 2 teenagers in the house. Let's not go through the roof over this. Maybe we should get a second line.
Oh, now that Davis has a girlfriend, you'll do it? I've been asking for a second line forever. This is a total double standard.
I agree.
Oh, come on now. That's not true. Look, Kel, I know it's been tough being the oldest, but thanks to you, we've learned from our experiences, right, Shug? No point overreacting.
Mm-hmm. Well, mister, we've learned from our experiences. You and I will talk later. I need to consult with my navigator. What time do you want to go tomorrow?
I gotta pick Kelly up at 11. She's coming with me, sort of a research assistant and morale booster.
What's wrong? And this is your chance to unmask crooked politicians. I thought you'd be thrilled.
Well, I would be if it was Birmingham or New York. Glenn thinks the big news down there is some sort of funny business with road construction.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
Oh, wow. I wonder what's going on there.
Step right out of the car. That's it, nice and easy. Slow, 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 slow.
Leave the engine running.
That's good, boy. Come around. You. Put your hands on the roof. Nice and easy. That's it. That's it. You've been through this before.
Emmy, hold this.
Hey! Renee?
Get up there. Please stand back. There we go. Ma'am, I said please stand back.
I'm standing back.
Down. Get down.
You want to move along now?
Are you saying we can't stand here on the sidewalk?
Not right now. I don't know what you're doing here, but you're interfering with police procedure.
I'm observing, and as a citizen,
I said, step away from the area.
Let's go. We'll be leaving now. Come on, Renee. Renee, come on.
Get up.
I'll drive.
Don't get me wrong, Renee. I love driving your car. It's just, you got to do something about this.
What happened?
Nothing?
Nothing. What happened to you is nothing. What you did today is nothing. Everything is nothing. Is absolutely everything nothing to you?
Emmy, don't you have to meet Kelly?
What's all this noise in here?
Well, it's certainly not your daughter. Maybe you should talk to her.
Mama, what are you doing here?
Well, I thought I'd catch Uncle Lindsay. I didn't call her.
About what? Did you know your daughter was in jail?
You just said they stopped you.
Cuffed, frisked, pushed onto the pavement, fingerprinted the whole 9 yards.
It was a mistake.
Why are you making excuses? Okay, fine.
Is this the way you're going to be when you're a mentor? Is this what you want to teach kids? Giving up, giving in?
Fine, then don't give me a recommendation, okay?
Let me talk to her.
Fine, you talk to her. I'm late.
Can you hold all her calls, please? How's Uncle Nancy? Same?
Pretty much. Wants to sue a cereal company. Not enough raisins.
Raisins? I never should have given him your number.
It's all right. At least he's a paying client.
Are you going to tell me what's going on with you, or do I have to straighten up all your desk?
Mom, I'm tired. Is that such a terrible thing? Just being tired.
No, not so bad.
And why do I feel so guilty, like I'm letting down the whole civil rights movement if I just let this one go? Don't I have a right to just be tired?
Of course you do.
All my life I've worked. I pay taxes. I work damn hard. I'm a good citizen. I vote. I graduated summa cum laude. I give to charity. I'm going to be a mentor. None of it, Mama, none of it matters because that cop looked at me and all he saw was just some nigger. Nothing changes.
Lord, where have I heard this before? You file a complaint, gets dismissed. You file a suit, it gets dismissed on the local level. But because of the principle of the thing, you file a federal lawsuit, and right there you spend years of your life trying to set the record because some policeman roughed you up. And finally, what do you get? Maybe an apology? Will it change anything? Why bother? Let it go. Go on with your life. Stop whining. Is that about right?
Daddy?
Oh, yeah. Too many times he sat right there just like you, tired. He didn't always want to be a soldier.
Yeah, but he did it anyway.
Absolutely. There were times that your father was the victim of abuse, but he never represented himself. The sad thing about this world is there is always somebody else with the same problem.
I love research.
So this is what I missed in college.
It's like being a detective. Also, you don't actually have to write anything.
Clayton Falls City Council meeting. President F. Calhoun, president, his dog, and Mabel Copeland, city clerk. Meeting postponed until spring rain stopped. Fascinating.
Hey, local color mom. You want to add that to your article, too?
My, the Birmingham Voice. We have hit the big time now.
Mabel, I hear y'all are in a bit of a bind here.
Oh, nothing new. Sadly enough, Clayton Falls has been falling since they built the new interstate.
Why?
Nobody comes through here anymore. See? It connects the states, dear, but it bypasses little Clayton Falls.
And what are these dots here?
Oh, those mark the roads that need construction or repair. Red is urgent, yellow is mellow, and blue is cool.
Well, with construction going so well, how come the city's in trouble?
What construction?
The map we pulled off the internet showed that most of the roads are being completed.
Really? Well, that's news to me. Those roads are as bumpy as a frog's behind.
Well, it looks on the map like the road continues.
Yeah, but where?
I'm sure we followed the directions, right?
Well, let's go down there. Come on, I'll drive.
This is where we turn around.
Yeah, but where? Is there any room on your side?
Nope.
Well, get out and look, honey. What the hell is that? Oh. Push your window up. Quick. Oh, God. Mom, back up. I'm going. Okay. Jesus. Back out. Okay. I'm going.
Great, look who it is.
Renee Jackson. I'm an attorney. And you are?
Billy Rubens. What do you want?
I think I can help, Billy.
Yeah, well, thanks to you, I got an extra knee in my back. Because I looked up at you, they hit me with resisting arrest.
I was only trying to protect you.
Yeah, well, if you want to help, get me out.
Why'd they pull you over?
Do you even have to ask? I didn't do anything except be black.
Do you have any family? Anyone aware of the situation?
They're in Montgomery. I'm at UAB.
What's your major?
Political science. I don't do drugs. I'm in a work-study program to help pay for school. Yes, my license is valid. I have no tickets, and I didn't run a red light. Guess I just fit a description, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. And I think I can help.
Like I said, you want to help?
I'll go to the court appearance with you. It would be good if you had...
What was that all about? 3 hours at the mercy of the system. 3 hours. 3 hours of my life wasted. What for? No charges, no explanation, no apology.
That's why you should file a complaint. Listen, Billy, what happened to you has got to stop, and the only way to stop that is with action. As a poli-sci major, you should know that.
What do you want from me?
My firm will represent you pro bono if you proceed with charges against the police department.
I'd have to say, you don't look like an ambulance chaser.
Thank you, I'm not.
Then why do you care?
Let's just say I don't like the taste of asphalt either.
Where do we start?
First, we file a complaint.
Stop complaining and hurry, man. We don't have all day.
to dress like a boy. I wasn't gonna dress like a nun. Now listen up. We're gathered here today as white Muslims to fight for freedom.
Mary Elizabeth, what in the world are you talking about?
Well, Brother Ali Shahbazad has taught us white people to teach other white people to be good and brotherly to all colors of people.
Do we have to wear these stupid suits?
They're not stupid, Brother Tully. When we talk to people, it shows that we're respectable.
You have to talk to people? Strangers? Mary Elizabeth, does your mom and dad know about this?
They will. Listen, Brother Bobby. White people must hear our message.
I don't want to talk.
I thought we were gonna fight.
We are gonna fight, Brother Tully.
And stop calling me Brother Tully. I'd kill myself if I had to be related to you.
Well, Tully, maybe if you just be quiet for a minute and stop interrupting.
And you don't tell me what to do, and neither does she. This whole thing is stupid.
You're the one who's stupid, and you're suspended. I'm suspending you from white Muslims.
Ow! Come on, Bobby.
Tully. But... Oh, you failed, Brother Collier. Where did I go wrong?
I can't eat this.
What's the matter? You not feeling well?
This whole meal is contaminated, Ma. I can't eat it.
Elston, don't try me this evening.
With all due respect, this is devil meat pork, and the greens were cooked with ham hocks.
The gravy on the mashed potatoes has pork in it too, Elston.
Now, since when have you been against pork? You ate plenty of bacon yesterday morning.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, Sarah. Elston thinks he's a black Muslim now.
I've chosen the name Abdul.
What? Not in my house.
What's wrong with being a Muslim? You taught us to respect all
This is a Christian household. Anybody who follows a hate-filled minister is not welcomed here.
You're right, Father. If I can't abide by your rules, then I shouldn't live in your house. Excuse me.
Elston!
Nakisha? Clear my schedule. We gotta do some research. I need to know everything there is about racial profiling.
Why?
Because we're filing a lawsuit. Billy's complaint has been dismissed, as expected.
Are you serious?
As a heart attack. What's the matter? You wanted to file, didn't you?
A complaint. A lawsuit is totally different. I don't want to be waking up in the middle of the night over this.
Miss Jackson.
Mr. Ryan, this is a surprise.
I'll get started on that research.
Look, I just came by because I know you had a bad experience. But trust me, you know it wasn't personal.
Maybe it wasn't to them, but it sure as hell was to me.
I know it can feel that way.
Tell me something, Ryan, off the record. Does the department have a policy about racial profiling?
Off the record or on the record, I don't believe the police department has any set policy on profiling.
Why should this city be any different than any other city in this country?
I'm not saying the officer wasn't a little overzealous, but if I heard right, there was a warrant.
Oh, Ryan, please, you know better than that. You trying to tell me this has never happened to you?
That's not the point. What I'm trying to say is...
Has this ever happened to you, yes or no?
Hell yes, it's happened to me. I'm a district attorney in the state of Alabama, and there are still areas where I don't travel alone. Hell, there are days when I'm not wearing this suit. People that I work with on a daily basis pass by me and don't even see me. I'm just another faceless black man. Does that answer your question?
Yes. That's why I'm filing a lawsuit. My client.
What client?
A young man whose constitutional rights have been continually violated.
Are you sure you want to file against the department?
Somebody has to.
If you do this, you make yourself an enemy of the police.
Is that a threat?
No, just so you know, off the record.
Thanks for the advice. Clinton has stated that racial profiling is a morally indefensible, deeply corrosive practice. I would go even further to say that racial profiling is blatant racism disguised as crime fighting. To put it bluntly, all black people do not look alike, nor do we all act alike. There are ways of telling us apart, and yet the police department look no further than the color of a person's skin and suspect criminality. This violates the 4th Amendment and the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, and we intend to take this action to its final and judicious conclusion.
Final and judicious conclusion. That's good. That's very good.
What, do I sense criticism?
Believe it or not, no. I'm glad you're doing something. I especially like the part where you say about how all y'all don't look alike.
But?
Why this kid? Why Why not your own case?
Why not this kid? His rights have been violated.
So were yours.
But I can make a stronger case coming from a position of authority rather than a victim.
But you are a victim. You were humiliated and manhandled and abused.
Gee, thanks for reminding me.
Oh, is that what this is? You're embarrassed? You're ashamed? Because I can understand that, but you can't be afraid.
Fear's got nothing to do with it. When you're fighting these things, you participate according to your best capabilities. I'm a good lawyer, so I participate as a lawyer. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing at all. You know I pitched this idea to Glenn.
See? That's how you can participate.
He said it was nothing new.
Really? So, what's new with the Clayton Falls stuff?
Have you ever been attacked by a swarm of grasshoppers? I mean, these suckers almost turned my car over. It was absolutely biblical.
Grasshoppers? Where were you?
Hell if I know. We were supposed to be on a new road.
Now, remember our agreement?
Home by 11, no drinking, cough, there's a problem.
Hey. You ready?
Sure. See ya. I'll be home by 11.
Bye.
Davis dating. Itty bitty Davis dating.
Yep, that's my boy.
And who was that, a chaperone?
His date.
That woman was Davis's date, I mean? Well, you don't have to worry about him getting pulled over by the cops, because trust me, you got other problems.
This was a valid stop. The situation was controlled. I was about to release him, but when you stepped in, he started to resist arrest.
You claim you stopped my client because he fit the description of a robbery suspect. What was that description?
I can't recall exactly this time.
Miss Lockyer, didn't you prep your client?
He can't tell you what he can't recall, Ms. Jackson.
Well, let me refresh your memory. The only description that even remotely fits my client is that of an African-American male, 30 to 40 years of age, salt and pepper, short-cropped hair, mustache, beard, dark brown skin. Ring any bells?
I can't recall exactly at this time.
I can't recall exactly at this time.
Officer Royce, do you use racial profiling?
Race is only one factor in a profile. It is not an entire profile.
What exactly is a profile?
You look at a particular type of crime, say drug traffic. You look at the statistics of arrests and convictions, and you find a commonality among a majority of perpetrators.
Commonalities such as race, perhaps?
As I said, race is only one factor.
And could that commonality be a result of persistent targeting of minorities rather than other groups?
I can't say if that's true or not.
Are you as rigorous in your pretextual stops of whites as you are of blacks, officer?
If they fit the profile, yes. As I said, there are other factors.
And what are those other factors?
Vehicle make, style of dress, age.
In what way did Billy Rubens fit a profile?
I can't recall exactly at this time.
Ms. Jackson, it's obvious that you have taken a popular misconception in the news to try and create a media event for yourself and your law firm. If this is the extent of your evidence, I have no hesitation in letting you know that by tomorrow afternoon, this case will be dismissed.
Tully dismissed, Bobby dismissed.
What are you doing, honey?
Firing my organization.
Oh, now that's serious. What organization?
The White Muslims.
Come again?
The White Muslims. Renee Nelson said that I couldn't join their Muslim group, and Brother Ali Shabazad...
Don't you mean Malik El-Shabazz, Mr. Malcolm X?
You know him?
Not personally, dear, but I read the papers. He's quite a man.
I know. They tried to do like he said and start up a group for white people to fight for freedom, but we just ended up fighting each other.
I'm not exactly sure, honey. But I think what Mr. Shabazz meant was that it's not necessary to imitate his organization, but to find our own ways of communicating with our people about the evils of injustice.
Well, the boys hated wearing suits.
Are you gonna give up?
No, I'll start up a new group, by any means necessary.
Don't you ever do anything like that. Do you hear me? Never.
Yes, ma'am, but Elston's got a...
Elston ought to be ashamed of himself, running away to Uncle Delroy's, embarrassing us like that.
Sarah, turn on the radio.
What? What happened?
Malcolm. They shot Malcolm.
Oh, my Lord, not again, not again.
Afternoon
at evening. Current temperature 40. At 3:30 p.m. today, the man known as Malcolm X was pronounced dead of gunshot wounds at Columbia Presbyterian Hospital. He was shot at the Audubon Ballroom in Harlem, where he was speaking. His wife and their 4 daughters witnessed the brutal slaying. Other witnesses saw 3 armed gunmen, reportedly members of the Black Muslims, open fire at close range. Malcolm X, born Malcolm Little, was also known as El Hajj Malik El Shabazz, a former minister from the Nation of Islam, more commonly known as Black Muslims. Malcolm X split from its founder, Elijah Muhammad, in early 1964. Traveling to Mecca, Malcolm X returned to the United States, apparently a changed man, who retracted his former statements of hate against whites. His conversion to the traditional
Justin,
faith
I know how you must feel.
Muslim mosque, branch here in Alabama.
You don't.
Afro-American Unity, an organization for social change. He was prepared for the event. Malcolm X was slain just as he began a speech.
Come on.
One suspect was tackled by onlookers and held for police. 2 other suspects. Come on in, it's open.
Oh, hey, Mr. Sims. Is Davis around?
No, but he will be in 15 minutes. I thought you 2 were together.
He told me to meet him here. I don't mind waiting. Can I help?
Oh, sure. Come over here. You can hold something for me, okay?
No problem.
Good. That's great. Right there.
Say, Mr. Sims, do you work out?
Work out?
You know, lift weights. You look like you lift weights or something.
No, I don't work out. I just work. Construction work's pretty demanding.
Well, maybe it's just natural. It's nice to know Davis will look as good as you when he's a man.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just helping out.
Renee, Billy's here. He's cute.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Jackson.
Come on in, Billy. Thanks for coming by. Tomorrow's hearing is going to be pretty standard. I just want to keep you updated. Billy, what is it?
I got pulled over again.
What happened?
Nothing. They just wanted to let me know my taillight was busted. Very polite.
It's just an intimidation technique. Don't let him get to you.
You knew this would happen?
I knew this could happen.
Is this what my life is going to be like from now on? I mean, it was bad enough just being a random black guy. Now they know who I am.
I know it's annoying, but we've got to keep moving forward.
We? Are you getting harassed too?
Not yet, but it's a possibility. I'm just as vulnerable.
Oh, you think so? Yeah, well, before we go any further, Miss Jackson, I need to ask you something.
Sure. What is it?
What did they do to you? The police. You said you don't like the taste of asphalt, remember?
Pretty much the same thing that happened to you. I was with my assistant. I drive a Mercedes. The usual.
What'd you do?
To be honest, Billy, I didn't do anything at first. And then I saw it happening to you, and something inside me snapped. That's why I came looking for you.
Yeah, well, lucky me.
What's that supposed to mean?
You didn't want to fight your own battle, so you sent the foot soldier out to the front lines. Isn't that how it always goes down?
If you want to drop the case...
No, that's not what I want. But if I'm going to deal with the police in my face every day, then I need to know where you stand.
Excuse me?
Where do you stand? If it gets ugly, are you going to stick with it, or are you going to just throw my case off to somebody else?
This is as personal to me as it is to you.
Yes. And what are you going to do about it?
That's why we're filing the lawsuit.
You keep saying we, but I don't see your name on the complaint or on the lawsuit. You have just as much cause to file as I do. You're a successful attorney, and the upright citizen that you are, your claim would carry a whole lot more weight than mine would. So, where do you stand, Miss Jackson? As Malcolm X used to say, fight for it or shut up.
Hey, Suge. We've got to talk.
Uh-huh.
I think we have a problem with this girl, Corey.
Thank you, Lanai.
She's bad news.
What happened?
Well, nothing, I think. I'm not sure, but I think she made a pass at me. Don't get all worked up. This could be just my imagination.
I'm sure it wasn't your imagination unless you really wanted a 16-year-old tramp to make a pass at you, which I'm sure is not true.
I just don't know what to do.
I can't tell Davis his girlfriend made a pass at me.
I can, but I won't.
Well, he's gonna hate me.
Well, you're going to have to be his father, not his buddy. You're going to have to tell him that he can't see this girl anymore.
Come on, that's not gonna work. He's in love. He's just gonna sneak around.
Well, you got to do something.
No, I just...
Wait, turn that up.
Tragedy struck today when paramedics were stranded when their vehicle blew out a tire on this rutted road and swerved into a ditch here on Route 63. The ambulance was to a Clayton Falls
Route 63, that's one of those red roads.
left the local man pinned for several hours. After arriving on foot, paramedics were unable to revive the victim.
Oh, my God. That's the story.
Your Honor, this is not a random case. Throughout this nation, there are thousands of documented complaints and over 10 active cases in litigation right now on this very subject, racial profiling, driving while black. And there's flying while black, being targeted for airport searches, 12 active cases. And then there's shopping while black, being followed around a store. And let's not forget walking while black. You happen to stroll down the wrong street one day. Silly, maybe. Annoying, frustrating, definitely. But when police officers use racial profiling, assuming illegal activity based solely on race, it's no longer annoying, it's criminal. And that is why this case is valid and worthy of the full judicial process. Thank you.
Your Honor, our police department has a majority of African-American officers. Nearly 67% of this city is African-American. It would be ludicrous to presume that there is a blanket policy that targets any minority group. Ludicrous. Officer Merlino acted in full accordance with the Supreme Court in Wren versus the U.S. Police officers are allowed to make pretextual stops when they have reason to suspect criminal activity. This was not a case of racial profile. It was a case of clear, methodical police work. There is no reason to waste taxpayers' money trying officers who are just doing what the public wants them to do, serve and protect. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Ms. Lockyer. As noted, there are numerous cases in litigation on this topic. However, I find that the police actions as a matter of law were acceptable and did not violate any procedure. Of course, you have every right to appeal to a higher court, as I'm sure you will. Case dismissed.
Hey.
Hey, Dad.
Hey.
Dad, what's up?
Well, I thought that, maybe we should, have a talk.
This is about Corey, isn't it?
Well, yes. I mean...
Dad, see, I'm glad you brought this up. Corey thinks, she's like a little bit more mature, and, well, I've never really had a girlfriend before, and I need some advice about this.
Okay, well, I'm your man. Let's talk.
Well, on one hand, it's pretty cool, having an older girlfriend, right?
Sure, it's flattering.
But I feel like I'm out of my league,
Okay, so I think what you're saying is that you're doing fine in the minor leagues, but the manager wants to call you up to the majors?
Right, yeah. See, Corey thinks she's like a heavy hitter, and
And you're still on deck, right?
Right, yeah. Dad, look, I know about the birds and the bees, and I know about condoms and eggs and stuff like that, but how do I say no?
Oh, God. Here we go.
Oh, Heavenly Father, we thank Thee for the blessings we're about to receive. Dear Lord, we pray that your grace flow into the hearts of the bereaved tonight, for we have lost another of our sons to the hatred we continue to fight. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen.
All praises be to Allah.
Elson, I want you to know I grieve with you.
You never liked Malcolm.
I never liked his politics. His methods worried me. But believe me when I say, I didn't wish him dead.
Well, he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword.
Sarah.
I'm sorry, but that's how I feel.
Well, regardless of his politics, what troubles me the most is that he died at the hands of his own. Our own.
Those Muslims are not my own.
They are, Sarah, and if we can't stop the infighting and tearing each other down, we'll never move forward.
Does that mean Elston can be a Muslim?
Well, it's not what I like, but you tell me, Elston, you still want to be associated with a group that killed one of its own?
Daddy, how many times... Malcolm was no longer with that group. You can't always believe what the papers say. I mean, they branded Malcolm as one thing. They refused to see him any other way.
So you tell me, son, who was he?
It's baked chicken.
Selston okay?
Yeah, he and Daddy had a long talk. I don't think he'll have to move away.
They're letting him be a black Muslim?
Not a black Muslim, just a Muslim. Now he wants to go to Mecca.
Where's that?
I don't know. It's where real Muslims go all the time.
So are you sad about Malcolm?
Yeah, they shouldn't have killed him.
Just like President Kennedy.
Sure hope it doesn't happen again.
Things will get better, you wait.
I'm still waiting.
Hold on, I'm thinking.
Renee, Kerry Ryan called. He said if you need any support on the lawsuit, he's available.
Available?
Professionally available, Emmy, that's all.
And your Uncle Lindsay's on hold.
Tell him I'll call back. Better yet, refer him to Joe. In fact, give Joe all my Raisin Caliber files. I'm booked right now.
You got it, boss.
I got it. The Road Less Traveled. How about that for a title?
Actually, that's not half bad. When's your deadline?
Oh, Glenn gave me another week. I got a lead on some county funding.
Clayton Falls may rise again.
Yes, I might have to give Kelly a little commission on this article. I mean, she really got me going. You know, I didn't think that there was anything to this story, and she was just my little guide.
When did we lose it? You know, our fire, our drive.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think for me it was somewhere right around Kelly's toddler years.
See, now she's paying you back. Amazing, these young people today.
Who'd have thunk it? And Davis, at 14, more responsible than I ever was.
Or ever will be.
Now, you raise them right, they can actually be useful.
I suppose.
Well, you don't seem so sure about that. What's going on?
My client got on my case.
That college student?
Yeah, that's the one. Started quoting Malcolm X to me. Can you imagine? Fight for it or shut up.
By any means necessary.
Right on. But he's right. I should do something about the cops that pulled me and Lakeisha over.
And it's about time, too. Of course, you wouldn't listen to me, but the first time this college kid says anything about Malcolm X and you jump into action.
No, that's not it. You reminded me of something. When I was little, Mommy used to say to me, if you're ever lost and you see a cop, you go in the opposite direction. Of course, that's when most of the cops down here were like your Uncle Jimmy.
Well, I know it doesn't seem like that right now, but all policemen are not racist pigs, Renee. For Pete's sake, you almost married one.
Almost. When that cop pulled us over, all the pain I'd locked away from the past, it all came back. It's like the humiliation, the killings, the bombs. It was so fresh in me. It was so fresh, like it had never gone away. And I didn't know what to do. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I knew the fight wasn't over. I knew a day would come when it would up and slap me in the face. I just kept pushing it back because I didn't know if I could do it again. Now, I'm not as young as I used to be.
I tell you, it's a good thing that I'm not black. I'd probably be dead by now, or I would have killed somebody.
Maybe both. Excuse me.
Can you hold on, please? Yes, ma'am, we will. Can I help you?
I'd like to file a complaint.
All righty. I'm gonna have to fill out this form here.